What if the shortest path to your destination led straight to hell? Imagine taking a quick detour, only to find yourself in a nightmare where every mile pulls you deeper into the unknown. Tonight, we're diving into 3 chilling true stories of deadly shortcuts, tales that will make you rethink ever trusting your GPS again. Welcome to Dark True Stories, your home for real-life horror, unsolved mysteries, and spine-tingling true crime that keeps you up at night. I'm your host, a seasoned journalist and storyteller with over a decade of experience unraveling the darkest corners of human experience. From haunted backroads to shadowy encounters that defy explanation, we bring you the raw, unfiltered truth. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and join our community of thrill seekers uncovering the horrors hidden in plain sight. Let's get into it, because once you start down these paths, there's no turning back. Story 1. The Vanishing Town of Hadley Springs. Picture this: 2 young women, Amanda and her best friend, embarking on one of their epic road trips across the American East. Back in their mid-20s, life was all about escape, long weekends blasting playlists, devouring greasy diner food, and chasing the horizon in a beat-up car. They were inseparable adventurers, always plotting routes around quirky airbnbs or hidden gems spotted on TV. Hangovers. Brutal, but they'd bounce back. Sore backs from hours behind the wheel. Worth it for the stories they'd tell, or more often, the ones they'd keep from their moms. But on this fateful journey through the misty hills of West Virginia, their love for shortcuts turned into a brush with something far more sinister. It started innocently enough. They were heading west, aiming for Charleston after a string of detours that had already shaved hours off their drive. Amanda, always the control freak behind the wheel, tapped her phone screen with excitement. "Look at this, County Road 217 cuts right through the hills. We'll save at least 90 minutes, skip the traffic, and drop straight into town from the north." Her friend, lounging in the passenger seat with a playlist queued up, shrugged. "Sure, why not? Let's roll. What could go wrong?" Famous last words. The road transformed almost immediately. The wide highway gave way to a narrow strip of cracked asphalt. The yellow lines faded like ghosts of better days. Shoulders vanished, swallowed by dense pines that clawed at the sky. No other cars in sight, just the hum of tires and the occasional rustle of wind through the trees. Her friend glanced at the GPS, zooming in on the blue line snaking ahead. "You sure this is right?" Amanda asked, pushing her sunglasses up her nose as the sun dipped lower. "Yeah," came the reply, though a knot was forming in her stomach. "It shows towns along the way. Burnwood, Cardamom, Ebelo. We'll be fine." But fine was a lie. 10 minutes in and the landscape turned eerie. No houses, no signs of life, just endless curves through barren hills. Dust kicked up behind them as they passed a rotting billboard for Guthrie's world-famous smoked meats, riddled with bullet holes and dangling precariously. Amanda's grip tightened on the wheel. "This feels empty." Her friend tried to play it cool. "Probably old boom towns, mining or rail stuff. They're on the map but abandoned for decades." Still, the silence grew heavier, broken only by the car's engine and their shallow breaths. Deeper they went, descending into a valley where remnants of civilization lingered like skeletons. Trailers gutted by time, a sedan half buried in weeds, a barn with its roof torn open like a wound. A faded sign read Burnwood Pop, 214, and below it in fresh red spray paint, "Not anymore." Chills raced down their spines. "We should turn around," Amanda whispered, but they were already 25 minutes in. The shortcut was halfway done. "Nah," her friend muttered, pride overriding instinct. "Let's finish it, we're almost out." Then disaster. The gas light flickered on. Amanda cursed under her breath. "We're not making it." But fate or something darker intervened. Up ahead, a crooked sign swayed, Hadley Springs. The town looked preserved, almost too perfect, intact roofs, parked cars along the curb, a main drag that screamed small-town America. But no people, no movement. They rolled past a diner with an unlit open sign, a barber shop with dusty poles, a nameless church. "This is weird," Amanda said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Just keep driving," her friend urged, heart pounding. Halfway through, the engine sputtered. Panic set in. And then, like a mirage, a gas station appeared, two ancient pumps and a shack beside them. A man stood out front, early 30s, wire-thin, greasy ponytail, sweat-soaked flannel. He swept the concrete with deliberate strokes, grinning as they pulled in. Amanda rolled down her window. "Y'all just passing through," he drawled, his accent thick as molasses. "Yeah, headed west, took a shortcut." He chuckled, a sound that echoed unnaturally. "GPS sends folks all kinds of ways out here. Usually think there's more to see. Usually the same complaint, too." "What's that?" her friend asked, unease building. He shrugged. "That the place don't look right." Amanda handed him a $20, just enough for Charleston. As he pumped, they stole glances around. Behind the diner window, two faces staring unblinking. Across the street, a silhouette in an upstairs curtain tilted, listening. More windows, more eyes, all fixed on them. Not monstrous, but off, pale, hollow, like they'd never seen daylight or decency. Gas done, he handed the receipt with a grin that chilled to the bone. "You girls are lucky," Amanda blinked. "What? Coming through during sunup? Most folks come after dark. And when they do, they don't get to leave." The words hung like a threat. He tapped the roof. "Y'all drive safe now, unless you want some southern hospitality." His tongue flicked over chapped lips. Terror surged. Amanda floored it, tires screeching as Hadley Springs faded in the rearview. The road climbed endless hills, but they didn't speak, knuckles white, eyes darting for pursuers. 30 miles later, civilization returned. Motels, waffle houses, glowing sheet stations. They pulled in, sat in silence under the AC's hum. "What the hell was that?" Amanda finally asked. "I don't know, those eyes, watching us." That night in a cheap motel, they bolted the doors, watched reruns, and listened for engines. Sleep came fitfully, haunted by visions of the town. 5 years on, they don't travel together. No falling out, just the scar of Hadley Springs. Full tanks only through West Virginia now. And shortcuts, never again. But what lurks in those hills after dark? That's a mystery that might claim its next victim. Transition. If that sent shivers down your spine, stick around. Our next tale takes shortcuts into even deadlier territory. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more dark truths. Story 2. The Rifleman's Ridge. Solo hiking. For some, it's therapy. The ultimate escape into nature's embrace, where thoughts roam free amid creeks, mountains, and whispering winds. Our next storyteller was no stranger to this. In his prime, he'd vanish into the wilderness with just a pack, granola bars, and a weather app, bragging about his lone adventures. Friends called him crazy. He'd laugh it off, thriving in the solitude. But one wrong turn on Welser Wash, a winding creek blending rec areas with untamed wilds, shattered that forever. Now, he hikes only in groups, on crowded paths with cell service and soccer moms. All because of a shortcut that nearly ended in blood. Welser Wash was his sanctuary. Families splashed near the trailhead, but deeper in, it was pure isolation. That day he pushed harder than ever, hours upstream, past dry forks, an old beaver dam, even an elk skull tangled in willows. The trail thinned to deer tracks, no signs, no people. He found a hidden waterfall cascading into a sunlit pool, pristine, untouched. Boots off, feet soaking, he munched sardines, trail mix, and mangoes, letting the water's roar drown out life's noise. Bliss. But as shadows lengthened, reality hit. He was 5-6 miles out on rugged terrain. The return would be grueling. That's when the shortcut whispered. The creek looped around hills, cut across, save miles. Genius, he thought. First bend, up a red dirt hill, down the other side, 20 minutes shaved. Emboldened, he tried again. Steeper, choked with deadfall, thighs burning through sage and cactus. Then a chain-link fence, 6 feet tall, rusted but standing, snaking across the ridge. No signs, no barbs, just a barrier. He followed it, found a peeled-up bottom, barely a foot's gap. Without hesitation, he wormed through on his belly, backpack scraping. Beyond, flatter land, spaced trees, overgrown but oddly maintained. Crushed beer cans, a rusted axe head. The air felt wrong, heavier, watchful. 10 minutes later, a house. 1-story, grayed plywood over windows, rusted propane tank, water silo in weeds. A dirt road unseen on maps. Not ancient ruin, paused like someone left and never returned. Heart racing, he froze. Crack, dirt exploded feet away. Crack, a log splintered. Rifle shots loud, deliberate. A voice bellowed, "You lost, boy," terror surged. Crack, bark flew into his hair. He bolted, crashing through brush, hill twice as steep in panic. Boots skidded, he slipped, tore his palm on oak but kept running. Another shot closer. No looking back, arms pumping, adrenaline scorching. He hit the fence at full speed, shoved under belly first, shirt ripping. Crack, metal pinged, fence or silo. Clear, he slid down in gravel and needles, found the creek, jumped in, boots and all. Splashing upstream, every snap a threat. The man yelled, "Property rights. Hikers think they own the world." Then silence. 2 hours to the trailhead, socks soaked, knee bloodied. Passing kids with pool noodles, he nearly wept. In his car, doors locked, he shook for 15 minutes. No report, no rangers, no cops. "It was on me," he admits. "I crossed the fence." But the cracks echo in his dreams, bark stinging his face. Solo hikes, over, shortcuts, a death sentence waiting. Transition, terrifying, right? But our final story proves some shortcuts lead not just to danger, but to a fate worse than death. Subscribe now and hit the bell for more chilling tales. Story 3, The Border Loop. Mother-son bonds can fracture under life's weight, late nights at work, skipped school, silent dinners. For this 16-year-old and his mom, a 5-day Midwest road trip was meant to heal it all. Rent a car, hit the ocean, eat like kings, talk or jam to tunes. He watched her pack snacks and drinks in the driveway, her hope palpable. He didn't have the heart to scoff, and it worked, at first. Through Kansas, Oklahoma, Houston barbecue, they laughed at billboards, shared playlists, Fleetwood Mac for her, modern beats for him. Orbits aligned, normalcy bloomed. But in Texas, between Corpus Christi and Oblivion, a shortcut to skip the loop flipped everything. "Faster this way," she said, GPS in hand. He nodded, oblivious. The road, unpaved, quickly cracks, gravel, brush scraping mirrors. No cars for 20 minutes, just fields, fences, buzzards. Mom's cool faded, music off. "We're fine, heading north." His phone, no bars, no service. No kidding. A cattle gate with a wordless symbol, warning. Then buildings, concrete blocks, unlocked doors, a warehouse with biohazard signs. Test area, no entry, radiation stickers peeled. "I don't like this military testing," she reversed, hands shaking. But 7 miles later, same gate, same buildings, looped. "No, we circled." Panic. Left turn this time, foot down. 15 minutes, a bullet-riddled sign, Mexico, 18 miles. Brakes slammed. GPS frozen, phones dead, border impossible. They pulled over, shared water and trail mix as wind howled, thunder rumbled, metallic clang in distance like a gate. Then dusk cloud, a black SUV speeding, they waved, honked. It skidded up, 5 men emerged, pressed shirts, gold chains, rifles. No smiles. They fanned out, motioned them aside. Doors yanked open, car ransacked, snacks tossed, wires pulled. He protested, whack. Rifle to head, blackout, woke kneeling, head throbbing. Mom crying. Men laughed in Spanish, spat on his backpack. Guns never wavered, then a whistle. They piled in, sped off. They took nothing, just looked. Back in the car, silence as sun set. Drove opposite 145 to lights, town, signal, gas station, cops called. Officer bored, lucky, don't drive there without reason. EMT cleaned his cut. Hotel nearby, showers, silence. You saved us, waving them down. No, I got us into it. Bonds strengthened, not by ocean but survival. Years later he ponders, those nameless buildings, the loop, the calm men. Wrong roads lead to unseen horrors, shortcuts, eternal regret. There you have it, 3 true tales proving shortcuts can cut your life short. What do you think lurks on those forgotten paths? Drop your thoughts below, share your own stories, and subscribe for more dark revelations. Until next time, stay on the main road or risk the unknown.